Hi, my name is Evan Johnson, and this is our short-term business plan for Dat Dog. The purpose of this project was to develop a short-term plan for Dat Dog related to COVID continuity. The short-term plan is focused on the course of action we advise based on our primary and secondary research. The goal of this course of action will be to provide Dat Dog with our findings, recommendations, and the opportunity to make a smooth transition out of the pandemic. The issue at focus. As a business, it is difficult to plan for a post-pandemic world, which many of us have never experienced. COVID-19 has impacted communities at a global scale, and hotspots such as New Orleans seem to be adversely affected in contrast to those who live in rural areas. An important evaluative factor to consider is the mindsets and habits of the customer. This essentially means that you assess how consumers' approach has changed or not changed as a result of the pandemic, and how that may pertain to your business and its next steps. Throughout the evaluation process, it was made important to understand how this may affect individuals' routines and habits, especially those related to consumers' actions. More specifically, what actions or behaviors have been maintained, changed, or stopped altogether. The understanding of this can help a business plan and stay prepared for the impact of an unforeseen event, just like the COVID pandemic.
COVID-19 has impacted restaurants and cafes the most due to concerns of cleanliness and sanitation. This has led to the slowing down of activities and demand for business. A critical question that we must ask is, what will people's behaviors look like after the pandemic? Through the library database and credible sources, we have discovered the impact of COVID-19 on customer habits and behaviors. Transformed behaviors are activities that are likely to return after the passing of the pandemic. COVID-19 has pushed customers to mostly go online, which is something that we saw once like COVID-19 had everybody moved to Amazon shopping, ordering food, and this is likely to stick around even after the pandemic ends. So when creating a business plan to bounce back from the aftermath of a pandemic, something we have never really experienced, most of us, it's also important to keep in mind about the impact of sanitation, which will play a big role in making customers feel welcome and more comfortable returning to public life.
In addition to secondary research, we also did primary research, where we went to New Orleans Podiatry Associates because they are a medical institution, and we thought it would be the best to get ideas about how to stop the spread of COVID from them. And we asked Joelle Harbison, who is in control of communications with patients, and she gave us a lot of knowledge on what they did. She talked about how they started not just using the telephone systems, but they started using text messages, social media, and chat rooms or chat bots with patients, so they could create multiple strains of communication, so no patients ever stuck waiting. And I think that's like a very good idea for Dat Dog to implement. So there's never going to be like a patient blockage on the phone lines or the delivery service they provide. And with having the social media advantage, it also brings a type of advertising to the table as well. And it's good because it goes from not just like Instagram, you have Facebook, and you could even expand to Snapchat, which is, I find extremely interesting. And that was our primary research. On to technology. Technology falls along with what the primary research was, but we're going to expand on it a little more using social media, chat rooms. It makes customer communication easier. And basically having that communication, that line of communication, it's going to increase your customer satisfaction. And having customer satisfaction is like the most important thing in a business, because unsatisfied customers means no business. having these chat lines also can help, like customers who aren't ready to make the transition from taking their mask off and going out in public, have these communication lines, whether it's Instagram, chat rooms, and so forth. They can order their food through a safe method where they know only the cook to deliver will touch the food. They could also ask questions, and they're just a regular customer. They're just from their house, texting on their phone, getting alerts and updates. And this is a game changer when it comes to businesses, because we learned that over the 1 year from 2019 to 2020, businesses increased their technology use, not use, but expanding it to the customers, the clientele. It went up by 19%, which is, it usually takes around 6 years, statistics say, to increase your technology use to clientele in that range. And over COVID, the demand, we have to assume, due to people being home, the demand for electronical use, like ordering from Amazon or ordering food online, increased. And that is all on technology.
Sanitation and customer health. A clean work environment and clean practice has a positive effect toward working efficiency. Cleaning has a link with an improved mood. Cleaning an area up or washing utensils could reduce employees' stress, anxiety, and depressive symptoms. An employee with a clean environment has more control over it. In a clean environment, an employee could focus more on tasks they are working on without having the need to stop on what was being already worked on. Being clean will in turn leave a comfortable environment. Having no cleaning obstacles in the way will help boost productivity and maintain a healthy practice in the work area. Customers then will feel at ease in relation to getting food-related disease, maybe getting involved in an accident, and have a better experience while being at the establishment.
Hi, thank you for watching.
Thank you for watching. Does anyone have any questions?